Well, hey there everybody, welcome back to the playthrough. This is episode 53, and for the start of today's episode, we are going to cook a bit more food and get ourselves prepped and ready to go on a bit of an exploration. Now, I'm going to focus on the swamp island. I believe it's the swamp island that has some black forest attached to it. It's the main swamp island that we've been using, but I want to explore it a bit further, see what else is on that island, and see if there's any more of the swamp crypts as well. But we are going to stick mainly to the black forest because I want to focus on looking for things like blueberries and we're also going to look for maybe some more carrot seeds, stuff like that. Basically, we're just going on a bit of a farming session of the black forest as we're running low on some of their stuff. Blueberries are one of the main things, as we have a swamp level food that needs blueberries and I only have one left, and it's a pretty good swamp food as well, and I would like to have it available for the swamp boss. But yeah, for today we are just, for the start, we are just going to cook some food. I know we still have a fair amount of sausages left, but I want to make some more of those. We are going to make some cooked deer, as we have lots of deer meat and we need to start working through it. And we'll probably make some boar jerky as well, as we've still got a decent amount of boar meat left. There we go, 4 sausages. We're going to make 12 of these, I think. Yeah, 12 is good. Oh, a little bit of damage to the hearth there. It's kind of awkward standing on the hearth, because you do cause damage to it, but I suppose if we went at it from the side, we'd be a bit more successful. You can see in our inventory here that we still have the sea serpent stew that we made. We also have the black soup and the other sausages, but we are going to keep those. Oh dear, we burnt our 5th bit of deer meat. Oh well. One more bit of coal to go in the pile. I might also make some more of the meads, so the poison resist mead and the health potion as well. Possibly. We might as well get some started, as we're definitely going to need health potions and poison resist for the boss. We still have some left. We've got a decent amount. I'm actually pretty confident that we could probably take on the boss with the amount we have left. But health potions are really, really useful in a pinch, and just having some would certainly make me feel a bit better anyway. And go, there's a boar jerky. Dump that in there. Pop the honey back in. Still got about 80 plus honey, so that's pretty good. I think we'll pass on the mead for now. We don't exactly need it straight away. We're not even going to take any with us, because I'm pretty confident with the Black Forest right now, especially with our fully upgraded iron armor and iron weapon. I'm also going to take that chest down. I'm also with smelting in future, as we've now lost a fair bit of space with this new building. We are going to be a bit more we're going to have a bit more spatial awareness when it comes to building the smelters and the charcoal kilns and stuff. And as you can see, I am sat inside our new building. I want the rested buff from here, but I also want to get a pretty decent health regen, so our health will regenerate a lot faster. As you can see there, it's jumping up quite quickly. We're probably sat at about 140 to 150 health maximum with this food, which I'm pretty glad about. Although the stamina bar is still pretty small. Maybe about 80 to 100 with that one. Go, pop back through the portal. Yeah, I want to explore this island a bit more to see what else is on here. There's nothing in that chest. Oh, we have the gate open. That's not a good idea. Let's close that. Aha, our troll friend has respawned. I thought you might have. Right, let's put a few arrows in you. I get staggered. That was quite a heavy hit, so it looks like he doesn't want any of this. What's he doing? Why has he just stood there? Oh, there we go. Now we've got his attention. Nice throw. I'm stood still. Come on. Get parried. I do love staggering trolls. The thing of one of my favourite parts about trolls is for how dangerous they are when you first encounter them, all the way through the meadows and the Black Forest, with how dangerous trolls can be and how heavy they hit and stuff like that. I do enjoy getting to like this level, and they're just, you can trivialise them and they're just not dangerous in the slightest. Even if this guy was to hit me, I don't think he'd do that much damage. He'd probably, I'm going to ballpark between 20 and 30 damage he'd do to me, which is still a significant chunk of my health bar, but compared to, say, when we were getting one hit by them, or when we take a couple of hits and just get banked and absolutely destroyed by them, it's just, yeah, I do like how we can kind of trivialise them a little bit. That doesn't mean that trolls should be underestimated though. If you have a troll attack on your base, you should definitely go and clear it out, because even though they might not do that much damage to you, they can do a heck of a lot of damage to your actual base. Having to rebuild after a troll has taken down half of your crafting area and your chests is not the greatest, I will admit. It has happened to me on some previous playthroughs. Alright, so let's take out some of these grey dwarfs. We need their eyes. I do know there is a way that you can set up a kind of farm for grey dwarfs in order to kill them quite quickly and on repeat, so that you can farm their eyes and stuff from them, but I don't know, I don't really want to spend the time building a farm area for them, whereas I prefer doing it like this. I prefer spending a bit of time outside of the current biome once we've just spent several hours inside the swamp farming it, killing the creatures in there, getting all the iron that we needed, exploring the dungeons, that kind of stuff, and then, you know, going back to our base and building all of our upgrades and crafting our new gear and building our new comfort building, stuff like that, and then coming and spending a bit of time in a different biome, like going back to some of the previous ones. You know, I don't really want Valheim to be a kind of game where I don't go and visit any of the previous biomes once we've finished in them, because it kind of makes a whole section of the game pretty redundant in that way, whereas I do enjoy kind of just coming out and having a bit of a wander around, exploring, plus again coming back to a biome that I might have struggled in the past, and then kind of trivializing it because my gear is really good and my health and food stamina levels are really good, so taking on the enemies for that biome are not a worry. Oh, it actually seems like that Black Forest biome is now turned into meadows. So that wasn't that huge of a biome at all. Although there is a mountain on this island as well. I think it's not going to be a massive mountain, but this does seem to have 3 different biomes on it at once. No, 4 different biomes, sorry. We've got meadows, Black Forest, a mountain, and the swamp. I wonder if we can find the plains and make it 5. Anyway, let's keep exploring. It is nighttime as well. Well, getting close to nighttime, pretty dark. There we go. As I'm talking about it, it flips over to say we are cold. I will admit we don't really need much from the meadows these days, other than deer, hide, maybe some raspberries. Other than that, there isn't much else we really need. Oh, here's the brutes. I'm just going to take you down. One shot. But obviously the meadows is probably one of the most common biomes in the game, so... Oh, he's just poisoned us. So we will have to keep coming back here every now and then, and we're going to have to travel through meadows to get to other areas. And obviously our base is in the meadows as well. I do like how peaceful the meadows can be, especially during the daytime. Nighttime is a bit 50-50, as sometimes you will notice that we get attacked by grey dwarfs and grey dwarf brutes at nighttime. And I'm wondering if once we've progressed further into further biomes, we might actually get even more difficult creatures. I don't think so, because it's not something I've experienced other than, say, the raids and the attacks that happen. But, again, this is a new playthrough through a new update to the game, so there could be some changes that they've made to make the game slightly more challenging. Oh, there's an abandoned building, and I think I can hear some bees in there. So I look around the back. Is that beehive? It is. It's kind of difficult to make it out, but I think, yeah, that is a beehive in front of us. Let's just fire a few arrows at it, see if we can break it. Oh, got hit by a stone. Ah, there you are. Oh, yes, it is a beehive. We just got poisoned, so it's right there above us. Ah, and we've got a bush in our face. Come on. Can we take it down? There we go. Grab ourselves another queen bee and some more honey. Oh, did we get a queen bee? I don't think we did. Where is she? Oh, shaman. What do you want? Parried him with our basic mace. Didn't even need to worry about having a shield out there. This should have dropped the queen bee, and it hasn't. I'm wondering if it might have gotten trapped on the roof. Ah, yes, you can see the sparkles on the roof. There it is. Come here, queen bee. Thank you. Okay, let's continue going along the coastline. Usually when I'm exploring a new island, I try and stick to the coastline to try and see how much space we've got, or to see how big the island is, and then try and work my way inwards if there's obviously anything in the middle of the island that I want to check out. I do also find it a bit easier to travel along the coastline, especially when you're trying to run away from something. Last thing you want is to run face first into a tree, because you're trying to keep an eye on that big monster that's chasing you. Don't want to get trapped. Does seem to be quite a lot of meadows on this island. Oh, we've got a bit of an open area here. What's around here? Can't really see any abandoned buildings or anything. Oh, more grey dwarfs. I'm surprised you survived that hit. Oh, that was a seagull. Oh, hello. Oh, yes. Aha, we found our second merchant. Fantastic. Okay, so there is a second merchant in the game. I say merchant. Well, she is a merchant, but she also gives you quests. So there is a bit of a questing system in Valheim. But with this second merchant, she is more focused on, say, I don't know, what would you call it, clothing, and dyeing your clothing and stuff like that, and having more, say, outfits for when you're just wandering around your base and stuff like that. She doesn't really sell any armor or anything like that, but she does sell some clothing items, some fashionable items, and some decorative pieces as well. Let's try and get up here. Oh, is that what I think it is? Jesus Christ, that's a lot of bonfires. It is! Oh no. Wow, that is really, really poorly placed. So that is a plains biome in front of us, and those bonfires that you can see, it's the same as the bonfire we have in our base. Those bonfires are a fulling camp. Now, this is 2 biomes too early. Like, we haven't even finished the swamp yet, so we shouldn't even be looking at fulling camps, but I will quickly explain them. They're essentially goblins. If you wanted a Valheim version of goblins, that's what gut fullings are. And they have these big camps in the plains. Sometimes they're big, sometimes they're small. But yeah, that is a big fulling camp. Fortunately enough, being inside this vendor's Hildir? Yeah, being inside her camp means they won't chase us. They don't even know we're here. But yeah. Okay, so this is her store. She sells some simple tunics, some dresses, some caps. She sells a sparkler, an iron pit, and a barber kit, so you can actually change the look of your character if you want to. But she also has quests. She has a table in front of her that we need to look at, and she will give us some quests on the map. These quests are essentially some rather difficult areas, like dungeons, that we need to go and explore and clear out, and then pick up a certain item from them to bring back to her. And once we do that, she will stock her shop with more things. There you go, Hildir's map table, and then as you can see the top left of our screen, it's now adding map locations, sealed towers, smouldering tombs, howling caverns. So these areas, these caves and these dungeons are located in a few different biomes. I think there's one in the meadows, there's one on the mountain, the plains. So yeah, these are dungeons essentially. These are another form of dungeon within Valheim where you can clear them out. They're usually populated with some pretty difficult monsters from the biome that they're in. And yeah. She, when you bring her one of the items from each of them, and you can clear every single one of them out if you want to, she populates her shop with more fashionable stuff that you can buy, more kind of, what would you call them, like clothing items and stuff like that. But she doesn't really sell anything in terms of weapons or armor, so it's nothing that's hugely important. It's more kind of thematic, seasonal stuff, so to speak. But we will, once we've handed a few into her, we will have a look at what she sells and showcase some of them. But yeah, this is Hildir's vendor area. I kind of want to build a base near here, or at least a portal. Okay, we're going to pop Ike there, just in case we have any attention, or have the attention of any fullings nearby, so we can get away from them, because the last thing I want is to fight those guys right now. Pretty confident we could kill one fulling on their own, but usually with the camps there are loads of them, and taking them on would be a really bad idea, because the little fullings are quite fast and they can surround you quite easily. And they also have these falling berserkers, which are massive. They're kind of like halfway between our height and a troll's height, but they are a heck of a lot more dangerous. I'm quite looking forward to showcasing that, because at some point we are going to come back here and clear out that camp in front of her camp, so that we can be a little bit safer. But we also do need to make a base in the plains when we get there, so again, this is something for a future episode when we're actually in the plains, so it's not massively important right now. Really glad that we found her, though. I think several playthroughs I've never actually seen Hildir, although I will say that she was only recently brought into the game. I think it was a patch, I'm going to say within the past 6 months. I could be wrong about that. I think it was around Mistlands time when she came in. It might have been just before. Oh, they have some Draugr. Oh, this is a Draugr village. Ah. Okay. Wow, we're finding all the good stuff today. Right, so with the meadows, occasionally in meadows biomes that are further away from home, so they're a bit far out from the spawning location of the world, you can find these kind of abandoned, kind of old villages like this. So there's quite a few buildings, some of them are quite large, stuff like that, but they will be populated with Draugr from the swamp. It's a Draugr village, essentially. Now, some of the larger buildings will have spawners inside them, and there will be a bit of a population of Draugr around the area. As you can see, there's a couple in that tower. There are some on the ground as well. There's a couple of archers shooting at us. And some of these buildings will have chests in as well that you can loot after you've taken out the Draugr inside. So we are going to spend a little bit of time here just clearing out this area, see what they've got for us. But I will say that there you go, there's a body pile and a Draugr elite, but he is kind of trapped up there, seeing as though he's stood, I guess, on a raised platform. I think his AI pathing will allow him to get down. He's definitely noticed us. Can we hit the body pile? No, we can't. We have to stand up here. Oh, God, he knocked us off the edge. No, we can't hit it. Okay, we're going to have to go up these stairs. Yeah, I think the body pile and this beam are kind of blocking his pathing to get off there. There we go, take out the pile so they stop spawning, and we'll take down the elite as well. He went down pretty easily. Yeah, I think you can find some chests in these buildings. Again, they will have a lot of the basic kind of treasure rewards that you find in chests, so gold coins, gems, stuff like that. You might find some arrows, some feathers, other things as well, but it is a lot of the very basic kind of, what would you call it, very basic kind of rewards. It's not stuff that we need a huge amount of, but we are going to put a little mark on the map for this. I might actually use this village once it's clear as our kind of little base to come back to, just so we can have a teleporter, sorry, have a portal that's near Hildir. I think that's how you say her name. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. Again, I have no Nordic descent of any kind, and I don't know anything really about the pronunciation of their words, so if I am massively mispronouncing names and stuff, I do apologise to any of our Nordic viewers. I'm not really good at Vikings. There you go, so we do have a chest. There was some arrows, some flint, and a torch. Don't really need them, but we can also use this chest to dump some stuff that we don't need, like stone, other scraps, butte berries, because we don't use them really. Got 11 grey dwarf eyes, which I'm quite happy about. Ah, there we go, it's daytime. Look at that beautiful sunrise. So yeah, if you really wanted to, you could repair up all these wooden stake walls. There's a gate there as well. You could finish building the wall around the circumference of the camp. You've got guard towers, all these little buildings, all this big village, kind of town hall looking building as well. Oh, there we go, there's some amber and some flint in that chest. So again, it's very basic, like, chest things. It's not stuff that you really need, but I like finding little things like this. Oh, there we go, we hit him. Oh, ouch. Just shot my foot. Oh, there's two of them in there, I think. Yeah, there are. Stood on top of each other. Alright, let's take you two out. Not doing a lot of damage to them. Come on. There we go. Other shots. That's one down. Just constantly sidestepping the arrow because it flies really slow. There we go, perfect. Are we going to be able to climb up these stairs or this ladder? Should be alright. It's a little bit awkward. Oh, we don't have enough space here. We might have to take this out. Can we jump it? Nope. Ah, awkward. And this is the random generation of worlds. Sometimes you get buildings and stairs and stuff where you just can't climb them. It is a bit of a pain in the backside, I will admit. Yeah, look at this building. This looks pretty cool. Kind of like Viking longhouse almost. Is it longhouse? Oh, hello. Oh, hi, gents. Sorry. Oh, we seem to have interrupted some kind of meeting going on in here. Apologies. I just want to kill you and take all of your stuff. God, there's a lot of them in there. Trying to draw them out. There we go. That's one down. Let's get the second archer. We're doing such a little amount of damage to them because we're hitting multiple sections of the walls as we're trying to get in this doorway. There we are. Taking the most of them out now. Let's take this elite down. Oh, hello. Looks like this guy just woke up. Boom. Oh, no, we didn't kill him. There we go. Chest, some arrows and some coins. Very useful. We definitely want the arrows. Although I haven't checked to see if they are iron head or flint head arrows. I'm pretty sure they're iron head, but I could be wrong. This is the meadows, so it might be flint head. Let's check this building here. I think this is the last one we haven't looked at yet. Or have we checked this one? No, I think we have. Okay, so the Draugr town is clear. The spawners are down, so it shouldn't be repopulated with Draugr in the future. And we have a nice area that's nearby to Hildir's merchant area, and we can build a portal there, a way to get back and forth that should be far enough away from the plains that it won't be at risk of being attacked. Should be is the questionable part. We'll build one there and see what happens in future. It's easy to get back to as the swamp portal is on the other side of this island. Yeah, so all in all, this exploration session has been quite good, I would say. We've certainly discovered a few new things. We found Hildir's merchant area, which is quite good. We've got her missions marked on our map now, so we can always go and visit those. Some of them are quite easy because they are featured in lower level biomes, which there are a couple we could do right now if we really wanted to. We'd have to go and discover them, but they're not too difficult. But then the rest of them are pretty difficult, I would say. And they are for later biomes, so we'll probably hold off on doing those. But we might go and have a look at them. If there's any nearby, we could always just quickly pop over. But like I said, they are basically just a dungeon in that biome. I believe they already spawn on the map, and then the locations of them are given to you once you've clicked on her map table in front of her. But yeah, as I said, the rewards you get for it is that her shop is kind of populated with more items, but it is all kind of like fashionable stuff. It's more thematic and more decorative. It's not exactly, you wouldn't buy any like armor set from her and wear it to go fight stuff because it's more for the look than it is for the actual function. But again, if you wanted to do some more like role playing within Valheim, you could quite easily achieve that with some of the stuff that she sells, because a lot of it is quite Viking themed. Lincoln's struggling to climb this little hill here. We are just heading back to the portal. We're going to head home, dump all the stuff that we've gathered. Didn't really gather that many blueberries, or we got some grey dwarf eyes, not that many, but we got some. We should at least keep our stocks up for now. Thought I heard someone throw a stone at me. Oh, I mistimed my block. Ow! Only does like 0.5 damage, but it's so irritating when they throw a stone at you. How very dare you. Actually, while we're here, we might as well quickly pop onto the mountain, see if we can attract any wolves or anything else. Maybe we'll see some of the other mountain creatures that you can have spawn. Oh, I think there's a wolf right in front of us. Yep, let's see if we can get his attention. Oh, that was a terrible shot. We're firing uphill and I didn't give it any kind of arrow drop. There we go. That should be better. Did we get him? I think we did. Oh, I think we got more than one. Okay, that's bad. There's one. Get parried. And, oh wow, we took him out in one hit. Nice. Block. Oh, we stunned him. Oh, we missed. Parry. Dead. Okay, so I'm much happier about that. Wolves are easy. If we can one-shot them with our iron mace, we're gonna enjoy the mountain. Although the wolves are essentially, if you wanted to liken them to previous biomes in terms of the monsters that you can see in there, wolves are like grey dwarfs of the Black Forest, so they're kind of just the basic enemy. They're not too difficult. Again, one thing I have said in the past, and I will say again, a lot of stuff with basic enemies like Fullings, like wolves, stuff like that, is the danger from them isn't fighting them one-on-one once you know how they attack and how to block them and stuff. It's all about when they gang up on you. And with wolves, obviously they're pack animals, they travel in packs. Sometimes you can walk around a corner on a mountain, like behind a rock or something, and there'll just be a pack of 4 of them stood there. So, yeah, you do need to be careful with a lot of the creatures. They can gang up on you. But taking them down one-on-one, really not too difficult. Was not as difficult as I thought it might be, but again, we're fully upgraded iron armor, so this is the armor we would be using to first explore the mountain, so... What? I think I can see a wolf up there. Just seeing if I can get their attention with a stray arrow. Do we get anything? No, we didn't. Definitely looking forward to coming to the mountain. We've got several of them already to explore. Some of them aren't that big. Like this one looks like it's quite tall, but I think in terms of the actual mountain size, the biome itself would be quite small on the map. And we do need some fairly big ones, as we're going to need to farm a few things from the mountain. So we're going to want to keep exploring and keep our eyes open for any massive ones we can find. Obviously with the really big mountains we will also be able to find, or hopefully be able to find, the boss marker so we can find where the mountain boss is. Yeah, that's our exploration done. Pretty happy with that. We got a decent amount of stuff there. Found a couple more wolves as well, so we have a bit more meat and a bit more of their hide. We could even possibly look at making the next level of bed. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay, just dump all of our stuff in here. Sort them out in the chest. We've got wolf fang. Oh, and we've got wolf fang in there, so we need to put that in the right chest. Haven't got any bars. We've got some wood. We'll stick in there though. Although we should probably take the standard wood out and keep that separate, so we can smelt it down. Now we're gonna do the food items. Got some more wolf meat. I'm just gonna dump the rest of that food we made earlier. We didn't even really use that much of it, but at least it gives us some other food options in future should we need any. Having some prepped food in a chest in your home base is a pretty good idea, especially for when you die and you've lost all of your current food that you took with you. At least you'll have something. We've just popped up our 6th bee, our 5th or 6th bee, so we've now got 5 or 6 beehives. Need to have a quick look at that. I think there was 5. Doing okay on the gems and the money side of things. Oh god. That always catches me off guard, the amount of ding 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 dong when you're repairing everything rapidly. I have to be aware to be not talking when I do that, because otherwise it's quite loud. So I'm going to quick look through the crafting table menu. I'm pretty sure we haven't unlocked anything new recently, but just having a quick check. No, I think we're all good with that for now. We've got all the upgrades for it as well, so it's not like we're missing an upgrade. I think we just haven't really unlocked anything new. Right, so we are going to have a look at some meads, I think. Oh, a little bit of a skip there. I think my PC is loading something in the background. That was strange. Kind of froze for a second. Little bit visually laggy. That was strange. So we're not going to take the deer meat, we'll take the muck shake instead. Now with meads, we are going to need to look at making some frost resistance meads for when we go to the mountain. I believe I might have already explained this, but with the mountain and getting on there, there are a few clothing items you can make on the mountain once you've actually farmed a bit of it, in order to make you resistant to cold so that the constant, like the freezing damage doesn't hit you. There we are, I'm just going to do a little pose on my throne. I kind of like the way your character sits when you sat on the throne. It looks a bit like, oh, that guy from Skyrim. The Yaru. When you first meet him and he's kind of just, there you go, sitting on his throne. I quite like that. There we go, we've refreshed our rested buff. But yeah, so when you first start going onto the mountain, there's clothing items that help you resist the frost damage, the cold, like freezing damage that you take. But when you first go on there, you don't have that. And again, I have said that you could use campfires and just travel between campfires and try and keep them all lit with some wood and stuff. But that would take a very long time and you'd have to place a lot of campfires and a lot of crafting tables. The best way is just to craft some frost resistance meads, same way you make poison resistance. So that makes you avoid the cold damage, but then you can also explore the mountain quite freely without having to worry too much about the cold damage. The cold damage isn't bad, it's not dangerous, it's more just that you need to make sure that you're keeping an eye on your health and that you're not passively regenerating health with it either, so you need to make sure you're keeping an eye on your health bar and getting somewhere warm if you are at risk. Oh, we've been poisoned and we don't have a poison resist mead. Oh, bloody hell. Right, come on leeches. Take that one down. So what we're doing now is we are farming some blood bags. Oh, there's 3 of you. We need some blood bags for some food recipes. So we might as well grab some. Just doing a bit of farming before we decide to move on to the boss. And of course there's this Draugr here who's trying to shoot me with an arrow, but is shooting a tree instead because he sucks with a bow and arrow. Good job, mate. You should have leveled up your bow skill before taking me on. Thank you for the entrails. Well, I'm not sure why I'm thanking him for that. Entrails is not exactly a nice thing, I would say. Right, come on, leech. Wolf, 1 shot. Sit down. Got a few blood bags now. Could do with a few more, though. Draugr off in the distance? Yes, it is. You could hear the... oh, it's a 2-star Draugr. Oh, this should be fun. Okay, let's try and take this guy on. Oh, of course there's an archer with him as well. Of course, there's a skeleton. Okay, it's just a skeleton archer. He's not dangerous. The Draugr might be. Okay, maybe he wasn't. Sorry, Mr. Draugr. You were not as dangerous as I thought you would have been. Although, again, I've said it hundreds of times. I'll probably say it 100 more. Upgraded iron armor really does kind of trivialize a lot of the swamp creatures. I even wouldn't mind taking on an abomination with this current level of gear, because, yeah, he wouldn't be that difficult. Oh, sorry, it wouldn't be that difficult. I don't really think that an abomination really has a gender. It's a swamp monster. Maybe I should ask one next time I see one. Apologies if you can hear some drinking sounds in the background. I pretty much, again, started recording as soon as I woke up today and haven't had a cup of tea this morning, so I'm currently drinking one whilst we're doing this. See if we can get that blob's attention. We're going to need some more of the ooze for the muck shakes. I believe it's the ooze we need for that. Strange that we're drinking a blob, like the ooze from a blob, for food items. Whereas whereas a blob is what poisons us, so it's kind of strange that. It should be one of those where if you drink that and you get the benefit from it whilst you've got the muck shake, like, food bonus, you should also get, like, a poison resistance bonus, because you have just drunk an ooze or a blob, so... yeah, you should be quite resistant to poison after that, I would think. Okay, we've got 12 blood bags, so we're doing quite well on those. I would like a boatload more, so we're going to keep kind of hanging around. I'm kind of hanging around near the water's edge, trying to force leech to spawn, or leeches to spawn. We should probably travel a bit further into the swamp and have a few more water areas for them. So I think once you've cleared out, say we've just killed off a whole bunch that were right next to the coastline, right on the edge. I think now we've killed those off, they're not going to spawn there for a while, so it might be more beneficial to go and explore. Is that? Yes, it is. That's an abomination right in front of us. Right, let's get its attention. Wow, that sneak damage did absolutely nothing to him. Probably took like 0.5% of his health bar off. Wow. Yeah, I'm on. Nope, get parried. Oh, and he's resistant to blunt damage. This is going to take a bit of time. I do like the abominations. They sound cool, they look cool. Animations are pretty cool, but it's just the fight's a bit trivialized. There we go. Take him down. Grab the mutt and the root. We might look at finishing off the root armor set as well. We've got the chest and the legs, but we do also need to build the helmet. I'm not sure if there's a cape for it as well. I haven't seen a cape. Might just be the 3 pieces. But yeah, we might look at finishing that armor set just to say that we've got it, really. And again, like I've said, I don't intend on wearing it for any purposes other than just to showcase it. But we've already worn the chest and the legs, so it's probably just going to sit in a chest for the rest of its time now. I don't know, maybe when we're quite high level in the game and we're looking at making some future episodes, we don't have much left to do, we might do a bit of like showcasing of armor sets and stuff. Or we might make it a separate video, I'm not too sure. Obviously coming up in the next few days is the early access release of Space Marine 2, which is obviously what I've said is the next series I'm going to be working on, so that is going to kind of come to the forefront a bit in terms of the effort that I put into recording and editing and stuff. Obviously I'll still be working on this series, and working on the Valheim series isn't difficult, it doesn't take a huge amount of time. Most of the hard legwork for the actual series is done in terms of recording and playing. I just need to obviously voice it and edit the videos down and stuff, which does still take a bit of time, I will admit, but it's something that we can quite easily get done. So what I'm trying to say is, apologies, I'm kind of rambling on a little bit. What I'm trying to say is that the series will continue whilst I'm doing the Space Marine stuff. It's just that the Space Marine stuff will probably come out more frequently than this. I'll probably do 1 video a week of Valheim series, and then maybe a couple of videos of Space Marine stuff. Depends on how much we jump into it at the start and how much content we can actually get from it. Obviously, one of the main things I want to do with Space Marine 2 is a full single-player playthrough. I wouldn't mind showcasing some of the stuff that's on there, but I do know there is a bit of like PvE content, which is like players versus like the actual game, but it's not like just a single player, but also like, I'm guessing like wave defense and stuff like that. And I know there is a multiplayer mode on it as well, which is, it might actually be quite similar to the way Helldivers worked and stuff like that, like kind of mission-based content for 4 players or something, which would be quite cool to have as well. So there's a whole host of content that I can make from it, but again, I also want to keep in mind that I want to continue with Valheim as well, so it's going to be an interesting future. But I am definitely looking forward to getting started on making videos for Space Marine 2. It's going to be quite fun. But yeah, enough rambling about other videos. This is Valheim, so we should focus on this. I'm going to quickly make some mead to put in our fermenter. Okay, mead-based frost resistance, perfect. Pop the stuff back in here, making the frost resistance for when we go onto the mountain, as we said. There we go. Oh, something is attacking our pigs again, let me guess. It's another Grey Dwarf, somehow magically spawning inside our walls. Yep, there he is. Come here, you. We're going to have to build those walls deeper into the ocean, aren't we? Because you will not stop coming inside our walls. So annoying. Alright, so let's head back in. It's 6. Oh no, it is 5. I was correct. It is 5 beehives. Oh my god, there's a shaman as well. Shaman. Take you down. I would imagine we're getting a bit of a higher spawn rate on them because it's bad weather outside and it has just hit nighttime too, so they're probably spawning a bit quicker. Okay, so we need a couple more bits for the medium healing. Some dandelions and some raspberries. Let's get another one of those going. We might actually stick another barrel down as well, actually. Another keg for fermenting. Or fermenter, sorry, that's what they're called. We're doing okay on the raspberries, but we desperately need some more blueberries. We really should go out on a bit of a farming session for those at some point soon. Just dumping the rest of our stuff in the chests. Don't really need any food right now. So I think we might go and sleepy the night away. Just while we quickly dump the rest of our stuff. We need to work on the lighting in here a little bit more. It is pretty dark, I will say, despite the fact there's a huge bonfire right there. There we go, sleep through the night. I'm going to end the episode in a few minutes. We've been going for about 45, so it's a pretty decent episode length. Good morrow. What are we, 72 or 73? 72, I was right. I do like guessing the day right. Okay, so I'm going to hold on to those 2 meads for now. How are the bees doing? The bees are fine. You are producing honey, although we still have a pretty good amount of honey right now, so it will get to a point where we stop harvesting honey from the bees, at least until we've used some more of the honey that we currently have, as I don't really want to fill up chests with it. Okay, so I'm going to move the stone cutter over here, because I want some more in that corner. Yeah, and then we're going to stick another fermenter in that corner there. Might even stick 2 down if we've got the materials for it. So we need some resin, we need bronze bars, fine wood, and I think it might be nails as well, might be wrong about that. Yeah, we've got enough for 2. Just need to go grab some more fine wood. There we go, fermenter. We'll stick 1 here, right up against the wall, and we'll stick another one next to it just because we've got the 2 meads ready to go. There we go. I don't really want to have 3 because they're taking up a lot of space and we don't exactly need 3 of them, but I just want to get all of these meads done ASAP. We are going to be looking at the mountain fairly soon. We are, this is the stage that we're at right now, is that we are doing the pre-swamp boss prep. We're getting potions, we're getting food ready, we're gathering some last bits and pieces from the swamp. Again, like I've said, there isn't a huge amount in the swamp left that we actually need. So yeah, we're on to the prep for the boss now. And as with the previous bosses, we will do a bit of a showcase on the fight and his abilities and stuff like that, so I can also see you guys, if you take on the swamp boss in your playthroughs, you'll have a better understanding of how the boss fight works. Although, when we do get to the actual boss fight episode, you might want to skip it if you don't want to spoil the boss. Depends on how you want to play the game, I suppose. Some people like watching guides so they know what they're walking into with boss fights, and some people like walking into it blind. I'm a bit of a walk into it blind person. I quite like kind of discovering boss fights and stuff whilst I'm there and learning, and, you know, if I have to die over and over again to learn how to kill the boss, then that's fine, at least I've put the effort in. Okay, plant some more of these turnips. Get quite a few of these. Although once we get to the mountain and start exploring the mountain properly, the turnips are going to become a little bit redundant, but we might have some future recipes that we need them for. Oh, the boar doing fine. We should probably give them some more fruit and veg. we'll do is we'll chuck a bunch of carrots at them, as we had over 100 carrots, so we might as well chuck like 20 at them just so they can keep breeding up. Getting some more boar. Are you guys interested in having those? What's this guy doing? Is he gonna make his way over? Nope, he's not interested. Yeah, they are. Okay. So that is usually how you can tell if the animals are interested in the food you're giving them, is when you throw it on the floor. A lot of them will start making their way over to it pretty much straight away. Okay, honey, we're on 2. You should have 1 because you're brand new. Yeah, perfect. Okay, we're probably going to end the episode now. So, thank you everybody for watching. We've got a pretty exciting future for the channel. So yeah, I will catch you in the next episode.